Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back again. We're again at the cabin today, and my plan is to take a second shot at bad pond. I know I had some issues if you've seen the previous video with line and not being prepared. Well, I am going to be prepared today. I'm going to have lots of line. We're going to head out there, try for some trout. Then we're going to have a nice boil up, and I'm going to introduce you to a Newfoundland delicacy. You'll have to stick around to see what that is, but it's kind of a unique dessert, we'll just say that. So stick around for this one. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So in my last video, you may have noticed that I was in the canoe, and I had some video equipment with me, obviously. So one of my viewers, who just happens to be my buddy Pete, made a note, and he said, do you realize that if you go overboard, you're going to lose all your GoPro equipment? And I said, that's fine, it's waterproof. And he said, yeah, but waterproof's not going to help you if it goes to the bottom and you can't find it. Yeah. So what I ended up is getting those pull noodles. I cut it in small pieces like this, and I attached it to my GoPro. And I'm going to test it here now to see if this actually floats with this equipment. I'm sure they haven't figured this out in Hollywood yet. Well, I am back on Bad Pond, as you can see. Heading to a couple places my buddy Chad told me to check out. You never know, may get a few trout. If not, it's a day outside. Just cast it out here now, and going to troll along for a bit. I've been trolling around here now for the last about an hour, so I'm going to try a few flicks here, troll for a bit more, and then go in and maybe trout from the shore for a bit. Haven't had a bite yet. Maintaining the balance in the canoe is of my utmost concern right now, and to say I'm comfortable would be a lie. Oh. To a rock again. Oh my. I don't know if you can see this, but the flies are swarming, and the fly dope is not working. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand this or not. We'll see. But retrieved my hook. So on the success scale, that scores a 10. You always have to sacrifice something out here. It's either too windy, and if it's not too windy, there's too many flies. So you kind of got to put that out of your mind and enjoy yourself as much as you can, because that's, whoop, got a bite. It's very rarely a perfect day, but it's always a good day when you're outside. Oh. I'm not one to quit easily, and I'm not quitting yet, but the wind is supposed to pick up. I just spoke to a guy that was fishing in a motorboat, and he's been around here since 7, has not got a bite, and he was talking to a couple of other people. They're just not biting right now. It's getting later in the day. It's close to 10 o'clock, I think, so I'm going to head back and see if I can find a good place to have a boil up, because I want to show you that Newfoundland delicacy. So all right, I'm just going to sit here, sip on my tea, and eat my beans and bacon. And then I'm going to eat that surprise dessert I was telling you about. And so I tell you what, let's go back to the past. I'll show you how I made it, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you how it tastes. Hey everybody, I hope you're enjoying what's going on right now. I don't really know what that is. What I do know is that I'm probably just about to chop down on a Newfoundland delicacy. This is called, I shouldn't say Newfoundland delicacy. It's actually a dessert that my mother used to make. It's fairly common in my hometown of Triton, but outside of Triton, you don't see it very often. It's called vinegar jam pie. I want to thank Leon Windsor, who is a friend of mine from Triton, who's been living in Toronto for decades. Leon's a phenomenal cook, and more importantly, a phenomenal ambassador for Newfoundland. He's been living in Toronto for decades, but any chance he gets to introduce his friends up there to Newfoundland cuisine, he does. So thanks, Leon, for sharing this recipe with me. Hopefully I don't screw it up. All right, when we talk about vinegar jam pie, it doesn't sound very appealing, right? The reality is that it's a dessert that my mother used to make all the time. And in those days, she used to keep what was called a vinegar jam plant. And this thing looked like an alien captured in a bottle, but it produced the best vinegar in my opinion. You can still make this with regular vinegar, and that's what we're going to do today. So, starting point is 2 cups of water in a saucepan. One cup of sugar, or thereabouts. A 1/4 cup of vinegar. Now you're not going to actually taste the vinegar on this recipe. Well, you are. It'll taste a little acidic, but it's going to be more of a custard pie. It is absolutely, it's one of my favorites actually. So about a 1/4 cup of vinegar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and we're going to stir all of that up. And we're going to put that on to come to a boil. While that's coming to a boil, we're going to put about a cup of water and 2 to 3 teaspoons, or sorry, 2 to 3 tablespoons of custard powder. So I'm going to get, I'm pretty generous with the custard powder, so maybe 2. We're going to use this as a thickening agent for the pie filling. So I'm going to stir that up. All right, it looks like our pot has come to a boil, so I'm going to add in the custard powder to thicken it. So we're just going to throw it in slowly and stir until the whole mixture thickens. Kind of how you'd use cornstarch is the way that Leon described it to me. And it's thickening nicely actually. So it doesn't burn on. We'll just keep stirring it. I'm just going to let that cool a little bit, and then I'm going to put it into an uncooked pie crust and throw it into the oven at 350. This is what we contend with every day. Get out of the sugar. Go away. I guess we won't be using that sugar anymore. Kitty litter paws in it. All right, well that's been 30 minutes, so let's take this thing out of the oven and see how it looks. Well, in my opinion, it looks delicious and it smells even better. Can't wait for this thing to cool off. So for now, let's go back to the future, back to the boil up, and see how this thing tastes.
All right, welcome back. So as I mentioned in the video, thanks to Leon for showing me how to make this. It turned out quite well. This is what it looks like when it's set up. I'd normally put something called Fussel's cream on this, and I brought it but forgot to bring it with me. Doesn't matter, it's still going to be delicious without it. Let's taste this. Baked to perfection. Thanks, Leon. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, notify, all that good stuff. And there'll be more to come. It's been a great day, a great time out in the woods. I always enjoy it out here. Hope you enjoyed watching it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks very much.